We're rolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Nerdbuzzed!
Nerdbuzzed doesn't condone the consumption of alcohol by any persons under the age of 21. Please drink responsibly.
All right, welcome to Nerdbuzzed After-Party.
Episode 3?
I don't know. I'm not going to number them yet.
Okay.
Because I don't know what order they're going to come out in.
Oh, gotcha. Just After Party.
It's just After-Party. And that's the point of After-Party.
Whatever happens.
There's no rules. All the rules are out the window.
That's why I'm here.
Open the window, throw them out.
Yeah, that's why you're
Hopefully
here.
we won't throw you out.
Oh, you I don't know. We'll see.
Brings me back grade school.
Yeah.
You know what that is, don't you? Defenestrating.
Well, for Nerdbuzz After-Party, I'm your host, as always, Marcus Ellinger. And with me, as always...
Jeremiah Johnson.
And today, as a guest, in the Nerd Room...
Mm-hmm. Here I am.
Gabriel
Staley. Drinking beer. With
which we all went to high school together.
Yes.
We did.
And some of us remember the other person well, and some of us do not.
Yeah.
But we're going to get to know each other again. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot who I was.
So, like I said, after parties, whatever we want to talk about, it doesn't really matter. We just have fun and drink more beer and get more buzzed. That's kind of the point, and get more nerdy.
Exactly.
Right. So I do have some random after party questions.
All right.
To
I thought they're not that
fire.
random if you had them written down.
I guess, yeah, you're right.
Let's keep it rolling, though.
Let's tell you true. You caught me.
Uh-oh.
So first off, I think the answer is clear for us because we're the hosts. But I think the first question, because it is Nerd Buzzed, is: would you consider yourself a nerd?
Oh, yes. I find myself to be a very nerdy person, and nerd falls in that category.
And what is your nerd?
Yes, okay, exactly, because you definitely have categories of nerd. My nerd category falls in the sci-fi realm.
Okay.
Sci-fi, mostly sci-fi, like this stuff.
Okay.
Just off the wall.
I would have put you more for the technical side, just technical stuff, because you tend to go down technical rabbit holes like nobody I know.
But it falls under the farther you go down the rabbit hole, the more sci-fi it gets.
It's
It's
true.
a problem.
They're kind of go hand in hand to some degree, right?
Yep. If you dive yourself down into that rabbit hole too far, you get way too sci-fi, and then everybody's just lost. So it gets nerdier and nerdier.
It's the government's fault they're hiding it.
Yeah. Based on your response, you are clearly a nerd.
Yeah.
That was what I determined. When I put that down as the first question, I immediately thought, unless they say no, like right away, like just like it's a reaction, no, then you're a nerd.
Yeah.
If you think about it for a split second, you're a nerd. Right? There's something that you're contemplating whether or not you're a nerd of, and that means you are.
But I mean, like I said, what is your nerd? I mean, we had that episode a long time ago too.
Yeah.
It's like there's people that are so into sports, that are just so passionate about everything about it. They aren't sports people themselves, but they're so passionate about everything in it. And then every stat, every person, dude, they're nerds.
Yeah.
They're nerds about sports stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
And it's totally right. I think I was trying to describe to somebody.
They're nerding about people itching and scratching and slapping asses. But
Yep,
whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Too far into something is yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, and I even think like a lot of people that do like the fantasy football and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
You're totally playing a role playing game.
Yeah.
You totally are,
Yes.
right? You have hit points based on this guy. You know, stats. This is a role playing game. It totally is. They're not wizards and warriors.
The only difference is the dice are real people.
Yeah. We're gambling with real people's careers.
They did it. They actually had some players. Did you hear about that? On the news, the players just said, "Hey, we do not want to be part of this new football thing because this guy on the game hurt himself, and now in real life he's hurt himself."
Oh,
yeah. Did they? Yeah, they had that. They actually had that come up.
that's like the Madden curse.
Yeah, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Like if you're on the cover of the Madden game,
Yeah,
your
exactly.
team bombs.
Yep.
Right? So yeah.
Except for Richard Sherman was the only one that didn't do that. Although that was the year that we didn't go to the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
See, right?
yeah,
It's a curse.
but he didn't get hurt, and we didn't totally bomb either. though.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know how you take it, but
Yeah.
Well, I think in hand with the nerd question, I thought the best follow up is: can you remember the moment when you realized you were a nerd?
Oh my goodness.
Like, was there this like moment in your life where you're like,
Whoa.
I'm a nerd.
Boy, that came on slow. For me, it came on real slow because the people I was around, and usually when you hit that moment is when you're looking at somebody and talking to them about something, and they just, I have no idea what you're saying, type of thing. You understand?
Their eyes gloss over.
Yep.
That's what I told somebody when they said, well, how do you know if you're a nerd? And I said, have you ever talked to somebody about something that you just think is the coolest thing in the world, and you can just see their eyes glaze over, and then you start filtering yourself because you don't want to be too intense about it?
Yes.
You're a nerd.
Yep. And that's about right. The way that came on slowly is I was just around other nerds most of the time. So, I finally hit
you're less
somebody
self-aware
normal
if you're around it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And when I finally hit somebody normal and started talking to him, I go, I started glossing over and go, oh, I've just gone way beyond.
Yeah.
The danger zone. I just passed it. Whoops.
Do you remember about what age that was?
Oh no! That was high school.
That's pretty good that you made it till high school.
I made it to high school. Yep. And then let's see.
Or bad. Is that good or bad? I don't know, right? It depends on your
That
nerd.
must have been.
I wouldn't have called myself a nerd
Junior.
in high school.
I think
so?
junior year is about the time I
didn't
must
have
have hit total nerd status.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
senior year was even
At least
worse.
self-aware nerd
Oh, yeah,
status.
Yeah, no, mine was totally not self-aware at that point in time.
No, you don't think so? Like you were a nerd, but you were not.
I did
You weren't
all the
aware of it
nerdy stuff,
yourself.
but yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But I didn't have my own like game system or anything like that. I didn't have any of that stuff in high school.
No, that was all after?
I was just all
You didn't, I thought you had like a regular Nintendo.
Well, I had an original NES that I had like 7 games for.
Yeah. It still counts.
Okay.
It's more video games than I had. Do you remember the moment when you realized I'm a nerd?
After like the 10th hour of Tekken tournament with like 5 other people in my apartment and nobody was tired of stopping yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a marathon Tekken battle.
Nice. That's pretty nerdy for sure.
Yeah.
I remember.
Will you stop leg sweeping?
Yeah. was that King?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So if you kept handing the I refuse to play with King, but or Eddie, but yeah. But if those are the 2 characters that were, if somebody kept having to pass the controller off, next time they got it, they were choosing King or Eddie, and just totally DMing you the whole time.
Yeah.
Which is dick moving, by the way.
It is.
Such a dick move.
It is totally a dick move. And you can be a lot of things. Just don't be a dick.
Exactly.
But if it was when I go back, let me go back in time. I think for me, I'm right about the same time you're saying, because you're saying freshman. For me, it was 8th grade. So we're kind of right in that same sort of range there.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going up to friends and being like, because I, like in 8th grade, I still played with action figures. Like I did, like I would, and I'd go home and play, watch my cartoons, and like I was still doing that kind of thing, right? Like I thought they were
7th
cool.
grade. You remember Scooter Baker?
I
Stuart
remember-
Baker.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, him and I were out in the back dirt playing with freaking Tonka toys.
Yeah.
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 I mean, granted, we like really amped it up and got plywood and cinder blocks
I did that
and
stuff, too.
totally
Yeah.
made cool.
Oh
Yeah.
I mean, but it was still we were playing with Tonka toys.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
by that point I had graduated to like because a lot of my nerdy stuff. I'm a summer birthday, right? Birthday's right around the corner, by the way. Hint, hint. Speaking of games you got for your birthday,
Yeah, I
in the
know.
last episode.
Uh-huh. Can't
But
buy
I
games for you because you always pre-order them before
It's true. I'm terrible. My wife says the same thing. I can't ever get you anything because you just have your own personal list of stuff you want. You're always buying crap on it. But
yeah.
I always feel like an ass getting a freaking card. Here's a gift
you
card.
should.
Here's a gift card. Here's a gift card. Go buy the thing you're going to buy anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of
But I remember at my birthday, I'd always have friends over, and I always thought it was a lot of fun to take fireworks and stuff, like bottle rockets and whatever, the little mini dynamite stick ones that would all sound like machine guns, right? I would take all those apart and I would plant them on these bases we would build and put action figures in them and then blow the bases up and like try to knock them down and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
see, we did that with this would have been like 5th and 6th grade is when I was doing that. But we were
Your
doing.
parents were a little more trusting.
Or they just
We
wanted
got
to
we got
see what he
180
would do.
acre we got 180 acre farm with like big giant puddles and lots of mud.
Yeah.
Yep. But I had a Ruger 1022, and I had two 30-round banana clips for it.
Yeah, see, his parents trusted him way more
Well,
than me.
And at that point in time, the local hardware store would sell ammunition to a kid.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
ride your bicycle to the hardware store,
That is hilarious.
get a couple
And they
bricks
knew
of
who he
ammunition.
was.
And you didn't realize you were a nerd? This is
So
all
anyway-
screaming nerd.
So my friend had this little camcorder type thing, but it was one of the ones that you had to have the little
What?
had to be plugged into the recorder unit. So we had an extension cord out there by the back barn with the big puddle going, and he had the little recorder unit. I have no idea what happened to this tape, but we built this little whole base for G.I. Joes, and it was his G.I. Joes were blowing up, not
Oh,
mine,
okay.
because I only had like 3 characters. Snake Eye.
Is that because you did this to all your other ones?
No,
Okay.
that's all I had.
That's all you had left.
That's all I had.
Okay.
And that and micro machines. I had like a couple. I had the micro machines carrier. That had a bunch of.
nice.
Yeah, but anyway, but and that was out there in there too, by the way. But anyway, so we had his GI Joes out there, and so he's up here going with making these helicopter noises, going over, and then I would take and across the puddle, shoot the 22 down the puddle like.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then he would run over and light the freaking fuse. And boom! And that way,
Yeah.
it was totally great.
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
It was great. It was awesome.
And that was the boat I was in 8th grade. I was like, this is fun. We do this every year.
Yeah, we were
And-
totally over that before then, though.
Yeah, no, I still doing it. It's fun. Because I'm that big of a nerd.
We couldn't afford them that long.
Oh. Well, and I had my... I remember that year having friends be like, dude, you still do that? You're such a nerd. And I just remember being like, oh, you're right. And then I just went home and did it anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I never forget that. It was just like that moment of like, huh, you're right. I am a nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
still
in high
having fun with this stuff. That's just the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
I was in high school drawing Goku, all powered up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
see,
there
I
you
was a
go.
late bloomer to the whole DVC.
Yeah, but I was in high school drawing Goku, and it's actually one of them I did was really good drawing of it.
Yeah, I saw that. It was pretty
And-
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Goku was all freaking just
Yep,
like that, and just powering up and everything. And my cousin, or uncle, not cousin, uncle walks by, and I guess he would be cousin. He's like, "Aren't you freaking too old for that?"
Oh.
And my immediate response was like, "If you,
yeah, that's pretty nerdy.
mine, if you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
this took effort."
Yeah.
Yep.
So much for saving that for Kristen.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
How'd you know right here?
It was
That's
that
all right.
good.
I don't want to mix them too much.
You don't have more in the freezer?
I
the,
do.
the beer fridge?
I'm
Is
going to
there
mix them
more?
eventually. Okay?
You want her to have one
You have
cold.
to call me out on every lie I do.
Wow.
It's a whole episode. So, yes, clearly all nerds. In our own ways. So let's move to the buzzed side of Nerdbuzzed.
Okay.
What is your favorite type of beer? Or I guess just alcohol in general.
Well, I've
You
got
have
it right here in front of me. I'm sorry. I lied. Just like, a little bit. This is my second favorite, the Blue Moon. My first favorite would be a Hefeweizen. Made
Whose?
by... That's a good question.
Tell us. We really need to know.
I've not determined the perfect maker of a Hefeweizen yet.
Neither is he.
I'm still in the process of filtering.
I think I
through
have
all
the
of
Trouble Brick.
Yeah.
Makes the it's not a Hefeweizen though, huh? It's just a wheat beer.
Yeah.
They're not the same.
It's close.
Well, that's a wheat beer too.
Hefeweizen is a
Yeah.
wheat beer.
What's
Yeah, but
the
that's a wheat
difference?
beer as well.
Yeah, and
But it's not a Hefeweizen.
No.
Right? Like what is it that makes a Hefeweizen a Hefeweizen?
I'm not
What is
entirely.
the actual defining thing that's done?
It's a wheat beer, usually brewed with orange peel and coriander. So, and a couple other
That's why you
spices.
have an orange slice with them.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
or a lemon.
Yeah, or lemon.
So, I'm not sure what exactly makes that a Hefeweizen, other than maybe the area in which it originated.
No, it's not just if you're German.
No.
Now,
Is that
now
German?
he-
It's Hefeweizen?
It is
that he
German.
said
It's very German.
That's why it's Hefeweizen,
yeah.
not Hefeweizen. Don't
Yeah.
say that.
Oh,
Shut
Hefeweizen.
up.
Yeah.
Right?
Heineken. Heineken would be a very German beer, but I think Heineken makes one of the better Hefeweizens.
Really? I've
Heineken?
never
Now
had a
that-
Heineken Hefeweizen.
Really, you not?
No.
Oh, gee, I must be a connoisseur.
Yeah.
I am the connoisseur
Well,
of
keys are in the car. Go.
Well,
Go handle it.
if I'm being brutally honest with you,
I'm pretty sure Walmart's got it.
Hefeweizens, I think of the ladies. They're like the lady-friendly beer.
So's a Blue Moon.
Oh, totally, right?
I mean-
you're hanging out with the ladies,
Yeah.
and you want them to be able to drink a beer, you totally grab them a Blue Moon or
Yep.
a Hefeweizen, right?
That's why we call it
Unless it's a Widmer Hef.
a bitch brew.
A bitch brew.
Yes, and I don't know that we do that on the show, but here we go.
That's fine. You can say that.
So
After party.
I am for sure a bitch brew fan. I
Okay.
am. I'm a bitch
Yes,
brew
considering when you first started drinking, you were drinking, what was it, the Smirnoff coolers or something?
Yes.
I was going to say, like Zima or
Yeah.
something, right?
In fact, my buddy
Sprite
on the
beer.
end started me on what was that? Mike's Hard Lemonade.
I was going to say that too.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, yeah.
Yes, I was started on Mike's Hard
Did you ever
Lemonade.
drink Boons?
No, he never drank Boone's.
Okay.
We
I was
never
gonna-
got
that's
him Boone's
the
Farm.
ultimate bitch
Never
brew.
got him Boone's Farm.
Yeah. That is,
Pretty
like, if there's
sure
a bitch brew,
not.
it's Boons.
I mean, he may have since then. I don't know, but
yeah.
in my tenure, never.
Where would you get that sort of thing?
Oh, any
It's a wine
like
cooler.
AM, PM, or
Oh,
like
oh.
7-Eleven, something
Yeah.
like that, right?
Boone's
yeah.
Farm wine coolers.
But
Yeah.
there's so
Wine
many
chillers
there's
or
so
whatever you
many
want
of these bitch brews out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So many of these
Well,
fruity
I
things
still
out
think
there.
of,
I could have just missed it and drank every single other one of them and not drinking that one.
Well, and for sure now, right? Like beer and all the like craft anything alcoholic is just in abundance now.
Yes.
But even like when we were younger and underage drinking, right? Which I don't encourage anybody to do,
Yeah, do that.
but we did it. And
it happens.
yeah,
I
and
actually didn't do a whole lot of it.
really,
No, I got
I
a
didn't do a lot of it except for like in instances. I then did a lot.
no because okay, so I did the whole have a beer from Dad's mowing the lawn or your friend's dad's mowing the lawn or whatever's going on, and they hand you a beer. Try it, kid. And 6 years old, 7 years old. Ugh, this is gross, right?
Yeah,
And so
but that's like super underage drinking.
you know what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The whole just
Yeah.
here let the kids taste it thing.
Yeah,
Oh, he's not gonna like it. Of course, I didn't like it.
Yep. Hand him an O'Doul's and see what he says.
Yeah. So anyway, going on from that, didn't like it. That's what I thought a beer was. And then in 14 or 15 years old, we were raking hay, and the guy tossed me he had a 6-pack of hams in the back of his truck, not in a cooler. It's been out there all fucking day in the sun,
Yeah.
so it's a hot, not warm, hot hams. And it was the worst thing I've ever had in my entire life.
oh, I bet. I
And-
think even if it was cold, it might have been the worst thing you had. in your life.
Whatever. But I've not had a ham since, I can't say.
Yeah.
But I had that freaking piss warm hams.
Huh.
And it was like, and of course me being, the 15-year-old professional kid at the time, is like, I gotta stick with the guys here, I gotta drink it. So I drank the whole fucking beer.
Oh my god.
And
They
was
probably-
just, ugh!
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
And like at that point, from like then on, you want a beer? Hell no! No, I don't want a beer.
No, no.
Yeah.
No, ain't no way. Not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think even when we were just learning to drink beer, let's just call it that, whatever age that was for you,
Right.
even then there wasn't as many choices as there are now.
No,
Like,
dude.
not
Dude,
even
it
close.
was
This
it was
just blew
malt,
up.
malt
Yeah.
liquor,
Yeah.
malt liquor, or any of your pea beers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what would you say the past
10 years.
10 years,
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah.
I
Past
think
10
you're
years
right
or
about there.
less,
There's
yeah.
just like there's so much beer and different kinds now.
Just all
I
of a
remember.
sudden.
Did you guys have the experience of being the one that unfortunately drew the short straw, so you had to ask the stranger in the parking lot if he'd go buy you beer out of the store?
No,
I like the way you said that with a yes nod. No. I've been that guy.
No, I was.
Yeah.
I was the guy that was sent to go buy beer because I was the oldest person in the apartment.
Yeah.
Oh.
Were you 21 then?
I was 21.
Yeah.
I was 21. Everybody else was 19 or 20.
Well, when I was 19, I got the boot, right? Like I got, I pretty much had to be. I was like maybe I was 20. I was like right there at that turning point though.
Yeah.
And I was always so bothered that I could like be charged electricity bills and phone bills and rent for this place I was renting, but I couldn't go to the corner store and buy some goddamn beer, right? Like the numbers didn't add up for me. So it was during those points, during that time in my life, I remember I would have to ask somebody, will you buy me beer, man? And it's like, I'm not going to a party. I just want beer in my fridge at my house, right?
Yeah.
And totally had to do that. Of course, we did ask people to buy us beer for big parties too. But
yes,
sure.
I remember that was one of the most like saddest points in my life. And then pretty quickly I met some friends who were a couple years older, and they would buy the beer for me. But they hated doing it every time. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I was the guy that got sent every time. Beer and cigarettes.
Yeah.
All the time.
Because you looked older. Or because you were.
I was old now.
See, you were the older friend.
I was the older friend.
You were the guy I needed.
But,
and you'd be sick of it, just like...
Except for I wouldn't have done you any good, because you're older than me.
Yeah.
By 3 months, or something like that. 4 months, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway. But no, I was the guy that was sent to go get it, and they drank Killian's and Rolling Rock.
Ugh. Yeah. Those aren't good at all.
No.
Rolling Rock is kind of like a Heineken.
Rolling Rock is like flavorless. It's like water. It is straight. It's rice beer. It's straight water. There's no flavor to it whatsoever. Which is why I can see why it was the guy and his girlfriend that drank it.
Right. Was it the cheapest thing on the show?
Girlfriend up a little bit. I don't think
That's exactly what it was.
It didn't matter what the price was. Just whatever she wanted.
I do gotta say that
she would drink it.
I do
because
gotta
there
say
weren't
though,
as many bitch brews available, and she probably wasn't a fan of booze.
True,
I do gotta say though, once a month the bottles, because we filled this giant trash can we had full of the bottles, and so at the end of the month those bottles made it into the bathtub where they got soaked and bleached, and then the labels came off.
Yeah.
And then they JB welded them all together and fish lined them to the windows. So every window in the apartment was covered with this mosaic of bottles.
Huh.
Excuse me. That sounds very
genius almost.
and white trashy.
It was
is.
great.
I agree.
It
That's
was
the
great.
first word that came to my mind.
Yeah,
It was very great.
Trashy.
But it was kind of cool though,
it's
having the light
nice.
come through all the bottles like that.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
All right. Well, do we? It's pretty obvious. We've already said on our show several times IPAs.
Yeah.
Right. They're go-tos. I appreciate all beers, but my go-to
The IPA definitely
would
a
be
guy to go to. Yeah.
So
this one right here actually is my new go-to.
really, the Red Hook, Big Ballard Imperial IPA.
Yeah. It's replaced my long hammer.
That's it.
Which is also a Red Hook.
Yes.
I was looking for a number. What's the number? 8.6.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
why, huh? Because you only have to drink one of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, it actually is smoother than the...
Weird.
Yeah.
Hey, you wouldn't think that. Maybe you think it's because the Imperials just have they have more sweetness
Just
to
a little
them?
more sweetness, yeah.
To mellow out the hoppy.
Yeah, but it's a lot of the same flavors that the long hammer has, and it's just bigger.
Yeah.
And I feel like an ass being the one saying that, because I'm the one
I
that's
feel
always
like we've
preaching.
totally switched roles.
Yeah.
As these podcasts have gone on, I used to be that guy, and now I'm this guy, and you're that guy.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I have so much that guy thunder. You can't take it all. Ask anyone, they'll tell you. Yeah, he's that guy.
Even have the shirt, don't you?
I need to make it for sure. We're gonna do a Nerdbuzzed shirt, and over it just says that guy.
Yeah.
Guy. Well, I guess.
So what's your least favorite?
Least favorite? Yeah, I figured we should go with least favorites too. Do you have a least favorite beer?
O'Doul's?
Yeah, no alcohol.
Everybody doesn't like that one. That's obviously got to be the least favorite.
It doesn't work. We tried.
Yeah. You have to drink a lot of it and really quick.
Yes.
I think it has like just
It does.
the smallest little bit of alcohol.
It does have
right?
a shred of alcohol.
Yeah, I believe it was at a party that I was having, and this isn't no duels. This is a story, but they had a keg, and it was supposed to be an IPA, and I guarantee you that tasted like puke, straight up puke. And I said to myself, I'm not having any more of this. And I think I only had one swallow of that, and I didn't know what it was. But they said this is an IPA, and I said I'm definitely not having any more IPA of any kind.
So you think IPAs are your least favorite?
Yes.
So we end the show now. We delete this episode.
Yeah,
Never
pretty
happened.
much.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep.
That's the thing.
All right, we'll get the bitch out of the frame.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
As the frame just goes. Well, I love IPAs.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's
I
the
would
problem.
say my least favorite beer. Man. I think for me, I'm going to throw it right back at you. Is a Hefeweizen
That's
or
a
a wheat beer.
Hefeweizen.
It just
Wow.
is. It's not what I would go
He's
to.
good.
That's
stuff.
interesting.
Yeah, I would much rather have
No, I
like if
wonder
somebody was
what-
like, "Here's a Blue Moon and here's a PBR," I would drink the PBR.
Okay, PBR is. I've had a lot of good times on PBR,
Me too.
and I think it's just nostalgia
Yeah.
fueling that. But
Me too. Thank you to some of those people that I met in the parking lot.
yes, but I'm like, I really seriously think the PBR is purely nostalgia driven.
Yeah,
Oh,
But I've had a lot of good times on PBR, and I would take that just for that.
just for that
the
reason.
nostalgia.
Yeah,
I would take so many beers over a wheat beer.
yeah.
Like if they had any other kind of beer in their fridge, I might take that over.
Unless it was that last red flag.
That one was super good.
It was
by
really
Trouble
good.
Brewing. Yes, it was very good. I wish I had another one. I would send you home with it. And you
Yeah,
tell me if
right.
you really liked it.
One of these. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one. It's by the same brewery, but the
It's from the-
Belgian White, right?
Yeah, the Belgian white from Kill Ireland.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it was actually from the Irish brewery, so I don't know what's going on with
With
this.
honey.
Figure it out.
Didn't say with honey, but it definitely had it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Hams is Jeremiah's least favorite. I don't think you have to worry about it because I think it's extinct now.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
I think
but
it is. I
was
think
that the one with the bear?
it was the one with the bear.
Okay, I just remember when you used to be able to have advertisements for all sorts of stuff because parents used to raise their kids. Right.
Yes,
now
exactly.
Now you
TV
depend on
raises the kids.
society and
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
else
yeah.
to raise your kid.
All right.
So Joe Camel was all over everything. Ham's Bear was on stuff. I remember all those. Yeah.
Yes.
Now those things aren't
I
anywhere
don't know.
unless it's like Viagra pills or Cialis, right?
Yeah.
Those are everywhere.
That's
We
okay
still
with
can
everybody.
promote that. Yeah. Priorities, people. My favorite thing about the Cialis one is that it's to promote, doing it with whoever it is you want to do it with. But for some reason, I don't know what kind of royalty these people are. They always seem to have two bathtubs next to each other where they can just like hold hands. In the ad, that's how it always ends with the two people
Yeah,
in
you're
separate
right.
bathtubs.
I never thought about
Yeah,
that.
it's like what is
Because they're
what,
getting ready
what
for
rich
the
asshole?
hot tub.
Yeah, I guess. Right? Yeah, they should just be together, and I don't know. I don't know.
Oh.
We do this together.
It's
and then
clean
no,
right
I want
now.
my own bath.
But then it gets hot later.
Yeah, I don't know. It always ends that way. I never really got it.
Oh my god.
So sci-fi guy. Let's skip to the biggest sci-fi question, and feel free to throw in any other one you want in there that trumps these if it does. Because
We'll see.
I'm trying to cater
I know
to
it
the
will.
layman audience.
Yeah,
But we have the classic sci-fi debate
Okay.
of Star Wars or Star Trek.
Oh, that one.
But you might even be like, you know what? Screw both of those.
Come on, Babylon
Check this
5.
out.
Well, that is Star Wars versus Star
Titan
Trek.
AE.
Titan. Oh
Yeah.
or Titan A or what is that? Now it eludes me. It's the gate. It's
Stargate.
Stargate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Is that it? Is that yours?
Oh, Stargate, I think, is like the Fast and Furious of sci-fi.
Oh well.
I mean,
Yeah,
is that,
MacGyver of
Kind of.
sci-fi.
Yeah.
and
Because
I
it had
want you to know
MacGyver,
that comes
but-
from this certain part of my soul. When I say that it's because I have an affinity for Fast and Furious.
Oh.
So I say
okay.
that
All right,
with
the nerd.
respect. Right?
Okay,
Yeah.
it's all right. Okay, all right. That's a little different now. See, I was taking it from the other perspective
Yeah, no,
altogether.
I love Fast and Furious.
Okay,
It's the worst thing on TV you could ever watch, but it's so amazing.
Okay, all right, cool. So Stargate is all right.
Right? I'm assuming that's how I always felt about Stargate. It's like, oh my god, this is like the sci-fi soap opera with half the budget.
Yes.
Right?
I agree with you on that one. It is a sci-fi soap opera, but yes, I agree. So yeah, I mean, to debate the, I don't know. I think I would go with Star Trek. Star Trek because there's more episodes of more stuff.
Well, and I think there's the because you get the different generations of the shows.
Yeah,
right?
you have that too.
So what's your
kind of
favorite?
cater to that to you a little more. You find the one that appeals to you.
Yes,
Yeah.
you can. Yeah, for sure.
Now that Disney's taken over Star Wars, we're getting there.
It's true. Well, and you have the 3 garbage ones. I mean, they might be your favorite.
They're not mine.
No, they're not yours. I mean,
Oh,
the
they might be
V
your
out there-
favorite.
Yeah. Anyway, they shouldn't be, but they might be.
Maybe they might be.
Everybody's entitled to their favorite, no matter how wrong they are.
Yeah.
Some people really like Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You never know. So definitely Star Wars. I mean, Star Trek. Star Trek.
so
Trek.
which series? Which Star Trek?
Which
Which captain? What's your favorite captain?
Jean-Luc Picard.
Okay.
really?
Yes.
Next Generation.
Yes, the Next Generation that would be my favorite.
Yeah.
For
That,
sure.
that is totally our generation.
Yes, it really is. But even without it being our generation, I still believe it is.
He's
the
definitively
best
the
one.
one.
Yep.
Engage.
Oh man.
Right? Yeah.
Sure. For sure.
Number
And
2.
Is El Grey tea hot? Right? Every
Oh.
time? Yeah.
Number time.
Number
I've
1.
seen the crap
Go
out
take
of
it
Next
number 2.
Generation. My
I
dad,
command it.
Yeah. I was always, I got subjected to Next Generation because my dad and my sister were like obsessed with it. So
My
I
dad
watched
was.
a lot of them.
Yeah.
My dad was, and he had control of the TV at all times. So
I was always a bigger Kirk fan. I prefer that original series just because
Kirk,
it's
huh?
so.
I liked DS9.
Hey, see, again, that speaks to
There's-
why
there's-
Star
there's-
Trek is good because
yep.
you can
There's so
find
many
the
different-
niche in there that appeals
Yeah.
to
I
you.
really like Deep Space Nine better.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I did
Now
like
that is
what's his
interesting.
Odo? Is that right?
Odo,
Is that
yeah.
Oh yeah, the
weird
shapeshifter.
guy who could
He's the
change into stuff?
shapeshifter. Yeah.
I've never quite been able to get a nose right.
Yeah. Or the ear.
Yes.
Whatever. I've always wondered when he's on the set, like, are they always yelling at him?
Oh, yeah.
It's like they just can't hear what he's saying because he got so much foam and stuff on
Probably.
his head. Yeah. Or the other guys with the
The Ferengi.
No,
Nice.
that's
Okay.
Ferengi,
Nice.
yes.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
They also have weird noses. Typically,
Yeah.
that's Star Trek's
They
big
like
gamble
they
is
like
nose.
gold plus platinum.
Yeah.
That's all they care about.
I watched.
Doesn't make me
the,
money. The holodecks.
Holodecks are sick. Right?
Oh,
I
man.
totally want one.
I want a
yes.
holodeck.
That's Next Generation.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, at least I'm sure it's on the other ships.
Oh,
Yes,
it's gotta
we,
be.
we can watch Data do a poetry reading in the holodeck.
Oh,
Awesome.
yes.
What was I going to say? Oh, because I watched the Transformers today, I had forgotten that at the end or in the beginning when Optimus beats Megatron,
Yeah.
he beats him with a Captain Kirk.
Oh, really?
does.
Total just.
Totally locks the hands and does a full from the side swing and knocks him out.
Oh,
not the-
nice.
Yeah,
It's not
but
the
hands
overhand.
together. It's not the overhand like this, but
It's the.
Oh,
yeah. I taught my nephew that. He was way into Incredible Hulk.
Uh-huh.
And so he would go around and punching everything and saying Hulk smash. And I said, okay, you start with a Hulk smash. And I punched him in the gut, not for real, obviously.
Of course.
But
if
I
it was
punched
my
him in the
cousin, I
gut.
would've.
Yeah, he's pretty little.
He usually deserved it though when I did, but
Yeah. So I want to say he was like 3 at
I
the
didn't
time
follow
when I'm
through.
teaching him these things. At the same time I saw Jedi, right? We had this conversation.
okay, yeah.
So I punch him in the gut, and I say, then you double over. I go Hulk smash, and when you double over, I go Captain Kirk, and hit you on the back of the head, and then you're out. And I said, now you do me. And so then for quite a while, he ran around, Hulk smash, and then he'd go, Captain Kirk, and knock people out. And I was so proud.
Yes.
So proud.
Okay, yes. I can see that. That
which
goes.
who was it?
Aiden.
Okay, so totally fits.
Yeah.
Your-
My sister.
Your sister was totally proud as well.
Oh yeah, she watched it. We were totally playing around, having fun when we were doing it. But I was so proud.
Because
that
I know
he
for a
remembered
fact
Captain Kirk.
she likes Kirk.
It's true.
Oh.
So Stargate's number 1. But if you had to pick one, it would be Star Trek versus
Trek.
the Star Trek Star Wars,
Yep.
right? Because that's the classic. debate,
Next
right?
generation, of course.
It's like,
yeah.
Pepsi, Coke, whatever, toilet paper over or under. It's all those classic things.
Yep.
Yeah. Which is over. I'm sorry.
It's over if you're a human. Yeah.
Yes.
If you're one of those people that caters to the feline in your house,
It's
like
under.
a fool, then it's under. But that's on you, right?
So that's what squirt bottles are for.
Yeah, or close the bathroom door.
Or if you catch them doing it, squirt them. Every time you do it, they'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Eventually.
The feline doesn't fall into the toilet? ever?
Into the
Accidentally?
toilet?
Forcibly
I don't know.
fall?
The
Yeah,
feline doesn't
accidentally,
accidentally
right.
fall into the toilet.
If it keeps playing with the toilet paper, maybe, right?
Yeah, it falls into the toilet.
I'm a big fan of the cats are outside. They're not in the
Exactly.
bathroom. So, but yeah, and for me, it's Pepsi. By the way, if we're gonna answer the questions,
What? Oh.
the Pepsi or the Coke?
Oh, Pepsi, definitely.
Yeah,
Oh, Pepsi or Coke? Pepsi.
Pepsi. Nice.
Yeah.
See, we can agree on something.
Yeah.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
So, how about are you into video games?
Yes and no.
Yes and
I know you
the-
played Fable a lot.
I like video games when I have time.
What's your favorite video game system? Could be anything
Oh.
from in television to the Samsung Galaxy 8, like whatever, anything you can play video game on.
The PS, anything, PS 1, 2, 3, or 4.
All right, we have to pick
PlayStation.
one.
Oh
We're
my
getting
god.
greedy on us.
Oh,
Yeah.
I did like PS3.
PS3.
Yeah, but currently the problem is I currently have an Xbox.
Ah,
Yeah, and everybody hates them. But that's what I'm
Not
using
a
now.
lot of people love the Xbox.
that's all right. We've all had an Xbox, but that's
yeah.
why we quit dating them.
yeah.
I still have mine.
I'm still wearing out mine.
For Conquer.
And I will I probably will change to the PS4 later, but I like the PS3.
Yeah.
I still think the PS3 is hands down the best console yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Lots of really good quality titles. One of the best controllers that there ever was, for
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
We're clearly in the same boat. PlayStation, right? That was my initial question: was PlayStation or Xbox? But
PlayStation.
there's so many ways to play video games now because
There is.
nerd is so socially acceptable that everybody needs to be able to play a game on a device.
You know why they're becoming socially acceptable? Because people can't figure out how to handle these things. They're like, I need a nerd. Where's the nerd? Give me a nerd.
Yeah.
I got to fix this problem, but I don't know how. So I need this
Nerds are
nerd
taking
and Nerd
over.
Squad
Yeah.
came along.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
and then it just popularized the whole thing.
It's true.
Yep.
All those like nerd stores that were like that, right? When nerds started to apply to more mainstream things,
Yeah.
ways to listen to music,
Oh,
ways to watch media, like those
Exactly.
all started turning into nerdy stuff too, right?
That was back when Circuit City was still around.
Yeah. And just more readily available. Because again,
Yeah.
we all come from that generation of when you were actually a real nerd about something, it meant you went out of your way to pursue that thing. Because you
Yeah.
couldn't just go online, go to Google and type in your nerd thing and
Yep.
find it. You had to go to every single
That's how I
whatever
found my
store
first
that sold your
animes.
thing.
Yeah.
Dude, like digging them out of eBay, getting bootleg copies on eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember going during my heyday of DBZ. I remember going to Fred Meyer, and I knew the day that they would get their latest DVDs in.
Which is a Thursday, by the way.
Was it a Thursday?
It is a Thursday.
And you had to get
No.
there and get them because they would sell out, and then they wouldn't get any more.
Oh.
So that was it. It was like, and that was the only way to get them, or it was eBay, right?
Yeah.
So, and I
And
didn't
then
want to
you-
wait. I wanted them now.
Right,
I'd go
right,
home and
of
watch
course.
those 3 episodes, and then
Yeah.
be pissed that they ended at 3. It's on DVD. Put more. They're only 20 minutes. Put more on there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's still yelling.
I know, right? It said 5 minutes, like 20 episodes ago. What's going on?
Your story about your boss and the me Michael Supersaiyan this time.
Yeah, totally.
That's hilarious because they pitched that for so long,
They did.
so long.
Yes, and it took so many episodes,
I know.
and it was pretty epic when he did finally.
Oh, it was. I'm not taking that away from that, but I'm just
When I worked-
your boss was very tolerant.
Yeah. So, abridged version of my story.
Okay.
I lived with like I think 2 other roommates at the time. So there's 3 of us. We all work for the same painter, right? The same
Okay.
house painting company.
Right.
It's totally the middle of summer too, like right the busiest time when you have massive amounts of daylight and you can get extra work done.
Right.
It would hit 4:30. We would leave work. We'd all get in the car, put stuff away, and leave work. So we would be home by 5 to watch the 2 back-to-back episodes of DBZ on Toonami because he was going to go Super Saiyan, and our boss would be so pissed every time.
Oh, okay. So it was everybody on the crew
Everybody,
except the
yes,
boss.
because except for him, right?
Oh,
and he'd be like,
okay.
"Why is everybody cleaned up? Where are you going?" Like he'd show up and check on the job, and it's like, "Dude, he's gonna go Super Saiyan." And he'd be like, "What?" And then we'd all get in the car and leave, man. And that happened because again, you only get 2 episodes. That was like a week of us doing
Yeah.
that because
Oh.
5 minutes in the DBZ world is like 15 episodes.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
but that was the story, and it was awesome. He was
Yes.
very tolerant because we didn't get fired for that.
Well, the whole crew leaves it. Okay, well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you do? It's like, crap. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. He
He's
just
going
went
to
to
be
the bar.
back tomorrow. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Oh.
Boy, let's see. What else do I have here?
I like the one you had right before that.
Which one? This
PC
one?
or Mac?
Oh, a PC or Mac? Are you a PC or Mac guy? Again, these are all
Jeez.
Pepsi or Coke questions.
PC or Mac, Android
No,
Android
this
or Apple?
isn't just PC or Mac.
Yeah. Are you,
No, that's not just Pepsi or Coke.
Are you
we
an
might
Apple guy?
agree, We might agree on something again, I hope.
Maybe.
Are
We'll
you
see.
an Apple guy? Please say you're not an Apple guy.
Here's the thing. So PC makes it one way, and Mac goes an entire different direction.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And
It's like night and day.
Yeah. Boy.
Stability, I will give it to Apple
Yes.
every single
Yes.
time.
Yes. PC.
Conformity, I give it to Apple every single time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
be just like them, though, for it to work.
Proprietary, I give it to Apple every time.
Controlling, I give it to
Yeah,
Apple
they're all
every
about it.
time.
I mean,
Conglomerate,
it's so
I
much.
give it to Apple every time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to control. I don't care if I break it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my fault. I'll own it.
I want to know I can break it, though. I want to know that
Exactly.
I can get into it and break the computer if I want to.
no.
I have that much control over it.
On a Mac or a PC?
No,
No,
PC. That's why
yeah,
I like
yeah,
PCs,
exactly.
because
to
I
break
can
it.
go in and do everything,
Yes,
right?
yes, but if you want something stable, solid, something that's safe, something that's you can get on and try to be unsafe with it and still be safe.
Yeah.
A Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does that mean you're a Mac guy?
Yeah, I would go with a Mac.
I'm sorry.
You think so?
So,
is that what you currently
Pan the
have?
camera
No,
again.
that's the thing.
But you
I
wish you
should-
did.
Kind of.
Would you trade in your PC right now for a Mac?
No.
Well, then you're a PC guy.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm so all over
If
the
I was
place
like,
with
here's
this.
a brand new Mac, but you have to give me your PC,
Yeah.
you'd be like, look at he's already
no.
thinking
No,
about it.
no,
right?
no.
I'm going to say, the editing world, PCs are taking back over again.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I've heard that too.
Okay. Well, and for a while it was Mac though.
Dude, for
Mac.
years,
It was Mac.
all video and audio was Mac.
Yeah.
Mac.
Well, I even think of like music, right? Like
Yeah.
MP3s, it was all Mac. Like the only way to listen to an MP3
Yeah.
for the longest time
Yeah.
was on an
Yep.
iPod, right?
mhm.
But now everybody
Yeah.
can do it with their smartphone, which is pretty much a PC, unless you have.
Or Apple time.
Unless
But
you have an
I would.
iPhone.
It's pretty much a PC, but look at what's operating it. Okay, and now we're going super nerdy. We're gonna go super nerdy.
All right, well,
all of a sudden.
Go.
All right,
Get there.
So the Samsung right now is using using an Android system,
Yeah.
which is not necessarily PC. PC is all that Windows stuff.
Well, Android's
Right,
actually
yeah.
closer to a
But
Linux system.
it could be like, I was gonna say,
in
it
the
could
way
be
the files
Linux
are
stuff.
compiled and stuff.
Like a
so-
PC is just personal computer that doesn't come necessarily
an IBM
with a
based.
rigid operating system.
Right.
It has you have some flex there. You could install or uninstall whatever you want. With the Mac,
Yeah.
I don't have experience with Mac personally, not very
They're
much.
pretty rigid. You're right.
But I don't think it comes with what it has, and you're
Yeah.
stuck with that.
Yeah, because of
Okay.
the way it's designed.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you can't put like
specifically
Windows or
the way it's
Linux
designed.
on a Mac. right?
can-
You just can't do that, can you?
Well, you can and can't, and you wouldn't want to really. Why would you want to do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
It's like almost destroying your Mac.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
you
defeats the
wouldn't-
purpose of both.
Yeah,
totally.
for real.
Yeah.
So okay, so if we go PC and we're saying your operating system is, but see, I separate Android from the other operating systems.
It is. It's a completely different operating system.
Yeah, but
No, I totally agree.
Like I said, the Linux is the closest file system that Android operates off of, but it's still not even the same as that.
yeah, and Linux is not necessarily old, but it's IBM, and IBM is going to come back, but it's shut down for a while. So here's the thing: I like Android, and I would take Android over anything right now.
Yeah.
Over anything. I would take it
Except
over
for the
Mac.
nougat. I'm not happy with the nougat.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, you're not happy.
No,
with
I want to
it.
go back to marshmallow.
Yeah. See,
I
I've
just
not.
don't
I've
have-
not
I don't
tried
ha-
with
I don't
the
have
Because
the
of internet.
But I don't have the spares. Yes,
It's
the internet.
because
The internet
monster
monsters.
leveled
Internet
up,
monster
dude.
is. It did, and I want to.
It's like, what's the Final Fantasy game where you play through and you keep leveling your guy up, and then you
8.
find out at the end that
It's
it just
8.
levels the boss up?
It's 8. Ultimisia gets like 200 million
knew you were
times
there. I knew
stronger.
you got
Oh
it.
my god! Don't
gonna
know.
do this.
Okay. Yes, that's Final Fantasy VIII, by the way. And no,
Your Android
just,
has turned into Final Fantasy VIII.
yes, it is totally Final Fantasy VIII to me. And the problem with it is I don't have a spare $600 in case I brick my phone. If I backflash.
Yeah.
And everything, like I said, rooting your system, nobody cares. Like, rooting is easy. You can root it whatever you want, do whatever you want, make any changes you want to the current operating system. But you want to backflash? You might break it.
Yeah.
You might break it.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe you will. We don't know. But you might break it.
That's why I own an original PSP.
Yes.
That
I almost
with
picked
the
one
metal
up the other day.
parts and everything.
Almost picked one up the other day.
It's all the way back to the 1.5 firmware. And
This
it
one
plays all my old ROMs. That's
So,
all it does. Plays
I-
Genesis, Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo, Nintendo 64.
I was going
all
through
that stuff.
OfferUp, and there was a guy offering a PSP, for $70.
Wow, that's a steal, dude.
$70.
What was the offer? The firmware.
And he was like, first thing he put on there is it was the 1 point something operating system.
I think 1 point just about anything. There's probably a way to.
Yeah, but it was the 1 point something operating system. That was like his first thing. It says still has a 1 point whatever. Oh, I'm like, oh man.
Yeah. And it got bad at some point because eventually the games wouldn't. The little UMD or V discs or whatever for the games. At some point they just quit working if it was on that old firmware. So you had to upgrade it to play the greatest game, but you would lose all of your ROMs. So
It's almost worth buying 2 PSPs.
right? That's why I still have one. And mine is the old original big dinosaur one.
Yeah,
like
this-
it's got
this
metal
was- that
part.
was-
when
that
you-
was
when
totally
you
what this
open
one
it,
was.
It's all metal inside.
It's totally what this one was.
It weighs like 3 times as much as the slim one did,
Yeah.
or whatever, but I love it.
I should have forwarded it to you.
No, I probably would have bought it for
Yeah.
$70.
Yeah, for
That's
$70 he
completely
was
worth it.
asking.
I think you could, especially if you would have done all the illegal stuff and made it have all the games and you sold it that way. I've seen him go for a couple $100.
Oh, I'm sure he didn't do that.
Yeah, but if you do that and it's all set up, I've seen them go for that price. You can get them already all ready to go. That was actually
I
one
would
of
be
my
all-
first
I would
MP3
be-
players was my PSP.
Oh.
I would
Actually
be
put
all
songs on it and would listen to music with it.
Oh yeah,
I would be all over a
I
PSP
remember
if
when
that's
they
the way it
started to
was.
do that.
What was that?
As a ROM player,
Yeah.
I'd be all over a PSP.
Yeah.
But as just a handheld, I'm not into handheld gaming.
No. But it's perfect for that type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. For why you can, a reason to make your eyes tired so you fall asleep at it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
ideal for
No,
it.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I could totally get it into like some Secret of Mana or something on that.
Oh yeah,
So-
yeah. So we did Mac or PC. We'll just do a couple more here. Are you into superheroes?
Ooh,
Everybody is into superheroes.
yes.
Like you
Yes.
were at some point or whatever.
It depends
So
on the
don't
question. Let's
feel
see.
like you have to be restricted to it. But again, we're going
Okay,
Star
try
Wars,
this.
Star Trek kind of themes, trying to stay mainstream.
Oh,
Uh,
superheroes and those.
who would you
okay.
say, Marvel or DC?
Oh my goodness, that's a tough question for me because I'm not.
That means you like superheroes, then. Or does it mean you just don't know?
It's the I don't know.
Okay, you
it's-
tell me who's your favorite superhero. I'll tell you if you like Marvel or DC.
Oh, gee, and that's one I have to
Look
think
at
about
him.
for a minute.
Yeah.
Favorite superhero.
I know.
Yeah.
We have to go through them.
I mean, maybe it's one from your youth that you just still have this affinity for. Maybe it's a new current one that's been part of
Yeah,
this whole
it
nerd
might even
movement
be
that's
Iron
happening.
Horse.
Current one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got to be Iron Man.
Iron Man?
Iron
really?
Man, totally Marvel guy.
Is that
Yeah.
because of the recent movies and stuff?
Yes,
Yeah.
It's
I
only
think
because of
that's
that.
the main reason people like Iron
Yeah.
Man. Iron Man was not...
it was probably.
He was
wasn't.
always an Avengers, like in with the Avengers, and he was like there, and he was awesome. But
He
I always
was-
thought of the Avengers as kind of like this team of heroes that weren't getting enough play in their own comics, almost. So they like brought them together to highlight them.
right.
Yeah. So I
I never
remember
thought of it that way, but I like that. Makes sense.
Yeah, because I'd always liked Iron Man as a kid, but I just never associated him as like the solo guy. He was always
Right.
with the Avengers,
Yeah, I
even
would
though he
think
had
was-
Iron
yeah.
Man comics or whatever. But so that's Marvel then.
Right. Okay.
So-
more Marvel.
So then
I'll be right back.
Okay. So the next question then would be, well, I guess we could go the other end of the spectrum. Do you have a favorite villain? Do you know heroes or villains well enough?
Yeah, a little bit.
It could be from anything.
Favorite villain? Boy, I gotta
You want to know mine? Mine's
Yeah,
a little
what's
further
yours?
outside the box. Maybe it'll help you.
maybe.
Mine's totally Vegeta from DBZ.
No.
Does
that's
that
not
help at
gonna
all?
me?
Because you're not a DBZ guy? But I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be Marvel or DC, right?
I'm way outside my box. So a villain.
Vegeta's also a hero.
No, he's an anti-hero.
Oh no.
Oh no, he's part of the heroes.
He's a Z fighter.
Did you not see the tear and the "I remember you" as he kills himself for?
Yeah, but then he goes right back to being a dick again.
Oh no, I know. I've
So
got it now.
Anti-hero.
I'm totally all about it now.
Okay.
Loki.
Loki.
Loki,
All right.
yeah.
Is that again
My
because of
favorite.
the current movies and stuff?
Well,
would you
yes,
say?
for sure.
That's fine. I'm not saying that's not okay. You gave me this look like, don't judge me.
Yeah, right. I'm like,
I'm not judging you. I think that that's a credit to what Marvel's done with the movies. It totally is. They have brought superheroes to the forefront. And again, these kind of like obscure to some degree heroes, right?
Yes.
Like Iron Man, Thor.
and made some really good movies.
I think they're awesome.
Yep.
And the universe is so spot on. It's so good. So my next question was going to be, what's your favorite way to absorb superheroes? And I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably, right?
I'm all about the movies.
Yeah. And which I think is Marvel's just nailing that part of it, right? You can't contend with what they've done.
Yep. I definitely probably I follow it way better now watching a movie than I could have in a magazine or
Or like a cartoon or
Yep.
TV shows or whatever, any of that stuff.
Yeah, these movies are doing a good job.
Yeah, for sure. For me, it's a really tough call, I think, because favorite villain of all time, hands down, I already said it's Vegeta. It totally is.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with DBZ, it's worth being familiar with just to get to know Vegeta.
Okay. Anything
In
like
English,
Loki?
although in Japanese he's still a dick, so he's awesome.
He's written as a dick, so he's going to be a dick.
Yeah, but that's why I love him.
Okay.
But I think superheroes, I'm so on the line because Marvel, hands down, Spider-Man. It just is my favorite. I love, and for me, it's more because I would get comic books and I would redraw Spider-Man all the time, and he's always in this crazy like contorted web shooting pose or something. So it was really fun to draw, right? But then again, on the DC side, it was always Batman because he's so Vegeta.
Yeah.
He's so angsty and always about revenge and like
Okay, right.
So that was why. So I was really into Batman on the DC side. So, man, to have to pick between those two, I don't know that I could do it.
Well, you know mine already.
I do.
You do. I'm sure you'll pick it out.
Your favorite villain or hero?
Kind of both.
Kind of both.
Marvel. We'll give you there.
And it's Marvel, and it's kind of both.
Easy hero, but yeah.
It's not Deadpool, is it? No. Punisher?
Yes.
Okay. I knew it was going to be one of those two because they're again anti-heroes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Punisher's by far and away my favorite.
Which he gets his new series like this November. Did you
I know.
that?
I'm kind of excited.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Have you watched those? Have you watched the Netflix
I've only
Marvel
seen.
shows?
Have you seen the Daredevils?
Just barely understand the. I've seen Deadpool, obviously, but the Punisher.
Have you seen the new Daredevils?
No.
I think that's what he meant, but you said
just
Deadpool.
no.
You meant Daredevil?
I've not seen the new Daredevils.
You
they're worth watching.
need to watch the new Daredevils.
They're so good.
What happened to the old one? No, there was one.
There's two seasons. The second season has the Punisher, which is kind of like the Punisher's origin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a movie out?
Oh yeah, there's other.
There's two movies. There's two movies.
the
The Thomas Jane one's the best one. Yeah, that's my question. But it's still not that great.
Well, and there's the what's the other? Like, there's a really old one with Dolph Lundgren.
There's the Dolph Lundgren one
Yeah.
and the Thomas Jane one. But I'm saying the Thomas Jane one is, I think, the better one.
Yeah, I would say so too. I mean, clearly, right? The other one's got Dolph Lundgren.
I mean, Dolph
Unless it's
Lundgren.
Rocky 3? Is it Rocky 3?
Oh,
I will break you.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
Rocky.
Yeah. Totally what he says. All right, so Marvel. What about you? DC, Marvel?
I got to go Marvel. I really do, because Marvel really develops the personal side of it.
Yeah.
Where DC focuses just more on the hero aspect.
I think, like, currently where we're at, and the way that people absorb superhero nerdiness, Marvel takes the cake.
Oh,
For sure.
Totally.
But I kind of think, because I've been getting more into comic books lately, which for me, hands down my favorite way to absorb a superhero. There's nothing like that like full page spread where you open it up and you get to read and see all the action and stuff going on. Like comics are where it's at if you really want to just get into superheroes.
Well, if we're going that far, I'm going to say Image.
Yeah, no,
Image Comics, dude. Image is like,
especially lately for me. Like I keep going and getting new comics now. Something I want to talk to you about, actually, the ones we delved into for a later show. But they're all Image Comics. They're standing out as my favorites.
Nice.
They are. They're more like
so what Dark Horse used
like
to be.
Independent film or something. They have more of that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
They give there's not as many ads in them. It's not as much of a sales tool as it is an outlet for the writers and the artists.
Well, I was gonna say like vintage 2001. That's the way Dark Horse was for us.
Yeah.
And now where we're at now, Image is in that kind of light.
Yes, I would totally agree.
Yeah.
No, I have a lot of respect for Image Comics, especially of lately. The ones I let you borrow were Image Comics.
Yeah. Well, isn't what is Preacher?
I can't remember off the top of my head. That might be like a weird, obscure one.
Is it over there?
I don't know where I did with it. I don't know.
Preacher Comics? I think they're over there.
The hunt will continue.
Yes, definitely.
So here, I'm going to pass you my list. You ask whatever question you want. All right, I'll leave it here. I was going to bring my beer to the bathroom, but that's weird.
They just had,
You still have a hand free,
commercial
unless you're-
about that on the radio. Bathroom beer. I swear, it's on KS.
Shower beers.
It's shower beers. Yes.
Yeah, no.
I come back and my glass is more full.
Oh right. That would be
I say
crazy.
shower beers is a completely different subject.
Yes. Right.
Because your shower does not have to be in the bathroom. Usually is, but it doesn't have to be.
Oh, if you like a rain shower.
You can have the outdoor shower.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
Okay, beach showers, outdoor showers. You got a shower.
Beach shower.
You got a shower. You have a shower in your or your parents have a shower in their basement with no
Basement shower.
Yeah. It's not the bathroom.
No, because it's
It's just a shower.
Yep. It's
Okay,
that's it.
thank you. So that's shower beer. Or it could just be a wonderful rain, and you're out there in the rain, and you have a beer in your hand. It's a shower beer.
Yes. If you haven't showered for a while, that's a shower beer.
Yes.
Okay. It's funny that you
So we-
mentioned shower beers because I almost made a post the other day that was like, when you can't find your beer, don't forget to look in the shower. And I was going to take a picture of my beer because I was looking all over in the house to find it, and there it was on the shelf in the shower.
Okay. So, based on the superhero stories that we're talking right now, would you go... How do you prefer them? How do you like to see them? How do you like to see them come in? How do you like to see your superheroes?
Oh,
You mean like...
What form of media do you like? Do you
we
like it
already
to be...
touched on it.
Did you?
like a
Yeah.
media
Movies.
movies.
Yeah. Because that's what he knows.
Yeah.
He's a late bloomer.
Yeah. As far as that's concerned, yeah. I'm a little behind. the curve
I gotta
on that
say-
You
one.
missed that while you were
Re-upping?
facilitating your addiction again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, did you notice, though? I've had more than one beer today, and I am talking pretty clear.
You are.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would not have...
This
That would have...
means it's downhill.
Yes, it is all down from here, but if... if you talked to me, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, it would not have been the same thing.
Yeah.
Dude, one beer, 1.5% beer, and I was like, Dad, how you doing?
That's that's a beginner deal. And what
Yeah.
if you didn't have anything to eat that day? I don't think either.
Yeah.
No, it was more of the fact that I didn't have any beer for 2 weeks straight,
Oh.
and then had surgery and had a bunch of painkillers on top of it.
Yeah,
and
that's the wrong way to go about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, painkiller. When they say beer may enhance the effects, no, they may enhance the effects of beer. Is the way it should go.
Yeah. Well, that's still that. We know that that's the wrong way to do
alcohol.
things.
But yeah.
But we tried it anyway, and we figured out why.
Oh, it worked great.
Yeah,
It worked great. Just took one beer. Dude, a
worked too great.
Budweiser. A Budweiser would have probably worked.
Could have been half a beer.
What do you think, Jay? We got another 10 minutes.
Oh, we definitely need to do
pick
the
a
anime
good
question.
one.
Definitely need to do the anime question.
All right. Are you an
No,
anime
no,
guy?
no. Oh, the wrong kind of anime.
Dude, whatever.
Is that what is that? Hentai? Is that what you mean?
Hente, yeah.
Hente?
Oh,
Hente,
it's
yeah.
the yeah. I don't.
So, okay, question is tentacles or mechanicals?
Oh, there you go. We got a good question now.
I'm gonna. Boy, that's probably
Or traditional,
a toss-up
Ninja
for you.
Scroll.
Yeah.
Tentacles or mechanicals? Because mechanicals, boy, I tell you,
They both like verge on the sci-fi realm.
they're
So-
right in there. They're both way
Literally.
in there. Yeah,
Literally.
way in there. Tentacles are definitely farther. I think mechanicals have got it all. I don't know. Mechanicals have got it beat though.
He's definitely turned to tentacles. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think maybe this is something I need to bone up on. Throw another pun in there, but I don't think I've ever actually seen a hentai movie.
Really?
Hentai.
Yeah.
I've seen like what are the in betweens? Ecchi, is that right? Where it's like boob stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that, and a lot of that I think, unless you're just gonna make that the point of the show and show me lots of boobs.
Yeah, weird.
It's weird when they just
Which
have
are
those
usually
moments where they
which are usually high
It's
school
just
superhero.
strange we kind of
Yeah.
went in this
Supergirl
direction anyway.
You took it there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got 10
I'm really
minutes to
sorry.
talk about it.
You were driving.
we started it with anime and I went that direction.
So, well, let's try to steer out of that
yeah,
direction a little
let's
bit.
go that way. Sorry about
Based
that.
on that, has that made you at all curious about any like anime show then?
Yes, definitely, and based on that, because you can be so artistic, because you can draw, what's on your mind.
Is that like
I have
like
seen...
saying you read Playboy for the articles?
Because Playboy for the articles is pretty good.
Yeah, right. Sure.
Anyway, it's like Maxim. Anyway, no, I mean because of anime, because of the way the artists can do things and the art form. Yes, I would definitely watch a different any kind of story line anime.
Have you?
I've just have not gone to that direction.
See, the thing about it is anime covers everything.
Yep.
Anime covers everything from just everyday conversation
Yes.
to super badass
No, okay. That reminds me, though, I have.
or painful
lately,
ass.
just recently, I picked up an anime that they talk about real world issues. People having self crises. And trying to figure that out.
That's actually a huge,
Yes.
huge part of anime
Yes.
is the whole self crisis anime.
Yep, and trying to figure out
Self
who you
discovery
are.
and self crisis.
Self figure out who you are, and
Not self discovery
at
like
the
with
time
tentacles.
in my life, that
but
was that's a whole different.
I think there's a different kind of self-discovery
Yeah,
going on.
that's no. Yeah, and at the time, it was actually reasonably helpful because some of the stuff that you can go through, you're not going to go through that sort of thing in real life necessarily, but it's a pick me up. It's a refresher. It's like, maybe other people have similar situations, and here we go. Oh look, wow, I'm not the only one. Cool, I'm not the only nerd in the world.
yeah, so you know what's sad is I consider myself fairly in depth with baseball, having played it, and I played it for several years, and then watching it over the years and everything else, and I thought I knew baseball pretty well. And I watched a sports manga or anime because I'm just a sucker for those stupid drama.
Lately, more so.
Yeah, I really.
Yeah.
But actually, this is over a year ago that I've watched this one. But
Okay.
I watched this sports anime, which is baseball driven, and I gotta say, I learned so much about baseball that I had no idea I didn't know.
Oh,
It was like,
that.
wow, this game is like just taking on a whole new perspective for me,
Wow.
just because I've watched this stupid freaking anime.
Yeah. Fun
Yeah.
and educational. That's a whole new danger zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's what
And it's
that's
so
what nerdy's
cheesy
all
and
about.
stupid.
It is.
Fun and educational.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, and it's like,
It was Ace of Diamond, by the way.
oh yeah, I remember you when you were started watching that. You were telling me about.
Yeah, exactly.
It. Yeah. So maybe not the anime. So it could even just be cartoon. Did you have a favorite cartoon when you were growing up?
Oh my goodness. We would always watch the Roger Rabbit? Was it Roger Rabbit?
Roger Rabbit. Yes.
Yeah.
The movie one. All right. Okay.
Old, yeah, old.
Yeah.
Geez, Roger Rabbit was
the
good.
okay? So here, let's go down that rabbit hole. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was it Honey, I Shrunk the Kids that gave you the very first Roger Rabbit? It was like the short before the movie. Is that right?
Oh my goodness. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids gave you the very first Roger Rabbit.
Remember, it was like him and the baby in the kitchen. I remember all the knives flying everywhere. As he's like, the baby's trying to get the cookie off the top of the cookies off the top of the fridge, I think, right? And then Roger Rabbit's babysitting. It's like a short before, like what Pixar does now.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe that was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Ooh,
Or
God,
was
I think
it
it might have
Who
been.
Framed
Seems like
Roger
the right
Yeah,
one. Anyway.
yeah.
It wasn't Who Framed Roger. It was before Who Framed Roger.
Yeah,
before he
because
got his own movie.
Yeah.
Which I've hands down one of my favorite
Yeah, Who
movies that
Framed
involves
Roger Rabbit.
cartoons and real people.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty cool.
Who Frames Roger Rabbit?
Mhm.
It's done so well.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wish they'd do another one.
I don't know. They
I don't
can't.
know.
That's one we don't want them to redo because it'll never be the
No.
same. They'll ruin it.
It won't be.
And then every generation after us will only refer to the one that was ruined.
Okay,
Yeah.
that said, though, based on the last two Guardians of the Galaxy, kind of want to see a Howard the Duck.
Oh, yeah? See how
Yeah.
okay, but that one's okay because the first one's terrible.
Yes, but this one will be terrible for completely different reasons, and
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you be more okay with it if they got Richard Dreyfuss to do his voice again?
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah,
I would
too,
totally
actually.
be okay
I think
with that.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
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 Sweet.
There's some weird, fetishy, sexy stuff to watch. You should watch Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Or no,
always
watch
gotta
Howard
go
the
and-
Duck, and
Yeah.
Howard totally gets it on with What's-Her-Face.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Jessica.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which I don't know how that would work
I don't know either.
unless they did a bunch of scissoring. Because I know the bird anatomy, I don't think that
Yeah.
they have any business going on.
Okay,
No.
so
It would be tentacles or machinery.
Yes. I guess he is an alien, though, so who knows what sort of advancements have happened, right?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway.
we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
So did we get your favorite cartoon?
Was it Roger Rabbit?
Roger Rabbit. The movie. Yes, that's right. Which is totally an acceptable answer. The only thing I could think of, because I was trying to think of, like, again, we're dealing with Star Wars, Star Trek, Coke, Pepsi, right? Like, things to compare.
Mm-hmm.
The one I came to was Looney Tunes or Hanna-Barbera.
Okay, totally Hanna-Barbera. Totally Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
I bet you can't figure out why.
Because of the Baba Louie thing? Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
No, but no, seriously, totally Hanna-Barbera. Hanna-Barbera.
Is it Baba Louie or Baba Louie?
It's Baba Louie.
Okay.
Now, do any of you guys know who Baba Louie is?
I think you explained it to me once.
Yeah, I know I did.
Yep, you did.
Clearly it wasn't enough times.
But it was it was some time ago.
Oh my god. So, anyway, the smart one, a.k.a. the sidekick
yeah.
Right, okay.
in Quick Straw McGraw was Baba Louie. The burro, the little donkey.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
Hey, Quick Straw.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Yep.
I think if you go, it's kind of like the Star Trek, Star Wars thing, where I think if you go Hanna-Barbera, it's more like your Star Trek. There's more to absorb there, right? Like your Looney Tunes, you get the same cast of characters in different scenarios, whereas Hanna-Barbera, you get a different cast of characters in different scenarios.
Yeah, then
talk about
I
old,
would
man.
have to go with Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
Talk about old.
Sea Prince?
And the Fire Child.
I don't know what that is.
Whoa.
I don't either, but that was Belinda's answer.
2?
To anime or traditional animation.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
That does look old. It
Yes,
looks
and she
like,
says, Sea Prince with a Fire Child, and she goes, way old.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it is way
It does
old.
seem way old. It kind of looks interesting. Though.
It looks
I'm curious about the
Disney-ish. It looks
dragons.
very Disney-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, so Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera is it. Yeah.
I think so. That's well, and you get so much stuff, right? Like you get.
Sure.
I mean, that includes Scooby-Doo, Flintstones, Jetsons.
Well,
Like, you get major stuff in there.
Yeah.
That are
Yeah,
like
yeah.
full-on shows, as opposed to the Looney Tunes was kind of like a. It was more like a skit comedy show.
Yeah.
Right.
Roger
It's like
Rabbit,
Saturday Night
Donald
Live.
Duck, Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah.
But none of them had their own show really outside of the collective.
Did they? Donald Duck and Roger Rabbit.
So Donald Duck did with a couple, and then not Roger Rabbit. Oh my god.
Is the
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Bugs Bunny did,
okay,
and
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny, Bugs Bunny.
Daffy Duck.
Daffy Duck,
Yosemite Sam, Porky Pig.
Porky
Yeah,
Pig. Yeah, Porky
all
Pig.
those.
That's all. Anyway,
Yep.
Oh, why am I
all
thinking?
those guys.
Yeah. And then that spawned.
Sylvester,
That's
Foghorn Leghorn,
that spawned. I say, boy, why don't you just shut up right now? But anyway,
Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote,
Yeah.
but that spawned.
Marvin the Martian, Tasmanian Devil.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, Marvin the Martian.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Halt, you pretty earthlings!
Yeah, right?
That's right.
Right. How many horrible oversized T-shirts did you wear
with my ray gun.
Oh
with
my.
Marvin the Martian on them?
Oh,
Because we were of that era.
Yes,
right?
I
yeah. Yep. Oh, we had to have them.
Massive Marvin the Martian print,
Yeah.
like here. And
Yep.
the shirt was baggy on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, because we were, again,
Yeah.
children of the 90s. Well, what do you think, guys? On that note, should we wrap it up? It's been fun.
Boy, it has.
It's been a rabbit hole we went down. It was fun to go down that with you.
I think
you for
we've
joining
been
us.
down a couple rabbit holes.
We definitely
Yeah,
hit the
gonna
buzz
come
portion
back.
of it.
I'm feeling buzzed. I'm going to finish my beer. Maybe have another one.
I'm going to order a pizza.
Nice. I might have to have a piece of your pizza.
Okay.
I'll have to double on that one.
Because
Yep,
I am
I'm
not
gonna-
driving right now.
Okay.
I'm going in on
Not
that.
happening.
So
either.
it's right up there. Everybody, new guests always mess it up.
Uh-oh.
So if you do,
It's written on the
fine.
wall.
You can be in the group with
Read
everybody
the
else.
writing on the wall.
Yeah, literally. But the main part is the last line altogether.
Oh, it's getting-
So we'll start it out.
okay.
To all the nerds,
Through all the fuzz.
bottoms up.
Let's get nerd buzzed.
All right.
Talking about beer, talking about nerd culture. You're on Nerdbuzzed. Marcus and Jeremiah. You're on Nerdbuzzed. Let's get Nerdbuzzed.